Hello, we're going to be talking about equitable and accessible mathematics teaching in our classroom. So, two pictures I chose to illustrate factors that hinder equitable or accessible teaching and learning mathematics are these two images here. Looking at the first one a little bit more, we want to think about that student in our classroom right there in the middle that has their voice not heard, they don't have their hand up, they might feel alienated, invisible, and then they have the mindset of, I cannot do it. And sometimes we tend to label students based off of their ability level as the slow kid or the low kid, and we have this conversation. So what about that student in my classroom? The ideal setting would be where all students are involved, engaged, and actively participating. Here we see a student who is perhaps indifferent to not answering or scared or uncertain. How can we as educators, especially in the math classroom, take away that feeling of alienation? If a child is labeled as the slow kid or the low kid, how can we challenge that perception and make the invisible visible? The mindset of I cannot do it needs to change, and we need to instill a growth mindset throughout the study of mathematics as it builds and as we build life skills with our students. The next image that I chose shows that students are so different. How can I possibly serve them? So this part right here. I picked a sunflower and a cactus. Let's talk about the sunflower and the cactus. How can we nurture a cactus and a sunflower the same way? The truth is we cannot. Both types of plants have different needs, and in order to grow, we need to treat them differently. We have to consider this for our students as well. The goals of teaching and expanding our students' minds of mathematics, in order to do that, we need to facilitate fun and engaging activities and set expectations that are not necessarily rules, but what do we expect in our classroom? What do we want our classroom to look like? We can solve mysteries and problem solve, especially in mathematics. That's so important. And then allow for differentiated instruction. If a student does not like to participate, maybe we can go up to them and have that conversation and see if their answer is correct and encourage to participate. Include everybody. Allow for movement. Allow for choices. Reflect on teaching styles and take note. I think this is the biggest one as we move through our profession that we need to really reflect. Like, how did my shy student do throughout the activities? Are they able to participate? In what way could I get them to participate and improve every single practice that we do? Two images that I thought really illustrated the facilitation of equitable practices and teaching and learning mathematics are these two images here. Okay. And in this picture, in order to encourage a deeper understanding of mathematics, we need to set students up in a way that would help them reach the apple. So here, all students are able to reach the apple based off of the height they were given with the boxes. I think this is indicating to us the supports we can provide for our students, the scaffolding we can provide, how we monitor our students, and how we really celebrate their successes and failures as they go through mathematics. Showing students that math is everywhere is so important because then they see value and they can connect the dots, and providing opportunities to collaborate and allow for movement like we had discussed. These pictures here are two pictures that I had taken in my classroom, and I hoped that this activity would allow for students to move, talk, write on desks, kind of add a little spice to regular note-taking, which we did take notes prior to this to learn the concept, but now discovering and allowing for that process of learning to happen. In this picture here, like puzzle pieces, our experiences, our culture, our personalities, our likes and our dislikes, everything that makes us us, the characteristics, all merge together to develop the classroom culture. For an ideal curriculum, we need to consider many factors of life and learning by planning ahead and really seeing what our students are coming to us with and where we want them to go by the end of the year. Modeling expectations for students is so important. Everyone is bringing something to the table and we all will fit together like a puzzle piece. From time to time, there'll be a puzzle piece that's missing, and we need to see what we're going to do to work through that. But I really think that this picture shows that we are going to problem solve in mathematics, we are going to work together, and we're also going to share our life experiences. We all are unique and we have different experiences, so it's very valuable that we share those in order to move forward in our practice. Some final solutions and thoughts about the two pictures, tying this together, the two pictures that really hurt me seeing them as a teacher of how they would, hinder our moving forward. Really challenging the deficit of the perception of students. So maybe not really going into a class with an open mind, let's say, or being mindful of how we act towards our students, the language, the facial expressions that we use around our coworkers and students and parents can be really, really important. And just communicating that everyone can learn math, that math is all around us and that, it'll be here forever. So we gotta, help our students and advocate for all the possible resources that we have access to, or we could have access to if we asked, and scaffolding and allowing for multiple entry points. And wrapping up the final pictures that I had chosen that come together to show what this would look like in the ideal curriculum and ideal classroom setting. Our goal ultimately is to keep expectations high and get to know our students, get to know and allow for respect, build our classroom culture day in and day out. We want to have this environment of acceptance and growth so that as our students move on to the next year, they feel supported and really identify their abilities in math and also in life skills and other subjects. They have strengths and weaknesses across all subjects, so just really being there for students and keeping the content challenging and thought-provoking, but allowing for multiple entry points as we had discussed. Elicit strong relationships with their families and community members if that's possible. I think this is the biggest thing that, if we're in a high school setting, it's more difficult. We have so many students, but really working towards that and allow for mistakes and lessons learned. We're always going to make mistakes and we're always going to have lessons even in math and life. So thank you.